not gonna
We
be.
did it! We're doing it again!
I'm not.
But we are.
I'm gonna.
We're in the thick of it. If only we knew then. Now I'm searching for who I am underneath this mask. Goddamn.
Hi. So, I'm gonna do the talkie thing again. First of all, I'm looking at my monitor. Hello. First of all, it's been a while since I've done the talkies, and there was a neat little thing called the LA wildfires in back in January, and we were not able to be like fully home by the end of January, like beginning of February. A lot has changed for sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into most of that, but yeah, there were a lot of things that happened. One thing didn't happen though is celebrating my birthday. Still haven't done that. It is currently April 5th in a couple hours. Yeah, I have not done that at all. I don't know why, but I'll get into that some other time. I will talk about something that I didn't think I would do, but I kind of knew I would do, but at the same time, like, it had unexpected results. I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone, but last weekend, I think it was last weekend. Yes, last weekend, me and a couple other members of Temper Tantrum, which is basically just the leadership team of Temper Tantrum, that did that. It was me, Emeroy, Lauren, and Brandon. We all went together, and surprisingly, Noelle was there. We didn't know she was coming. Actually, nobody told anyone that we were coming. We all just kind of showed up, except for the three of us and Brandon that carpooled together. So we all auditioned for the Los Angeles Sparks dance crew. You know what? I'm going to adjust my light. Will it fuck up my edit? Sure. But I like having light. Okay, so no difference. Anyway, I'm just blind now because it's directly in my face. Changing it again. Cool. All right. So back to that. So me, Emery, Lauren, Brandon, and Noelle all auditioned for the LA Sparks dance crew. If you don't know, the LA Sparks is the Los Angeles team for the WNBA. So to make it simple, for those who don't really know much, they are the sister team to the LA Lakers. The Clippers don't have one. But yes, there's only one LA team in the WNBA, and it is the LA Sparks. And it is a franchise that I have followed forever. I actually did say this in my interview, which I'll get into that. But just having the opportunity to work for the LA Sparks organization would have been a dream come true. Just because, I've always loved basketball. Women's basketball has always not fascinated me, but I grew up watching basketball, but mostly the NBA, and I was just sitting there thinking wow, wouldn't it be nice if there was this but for women? And then I heard about the WNBA. Little baby me was like, oh my god, women. Yeah, so anyway, we auditioned for the dance crew, so that's basically like their spirit team. I guess it depends on organization to organization, but in the NBA, most of the time, or I think in all of the teams, their spirit teams or dance teams are all female. The LA Sparks dance team is co-ed. It's all genders. They used to have 3 different crews. They have the Sparks dance crew, they had old school crew for dancers 40 and up, and they had a kids crew for 17 and younger. So the kids crew and the old school crew were not a thing anymore. Like, it's starting the 2025 season, which is unfortunate, especially the old school crew, because there are a lot of 40-year-olds there that can still anyway. Yeah, so we auditioned for the crew, and you know, I myself personally, because this is me, I was having like flashbacks of the Clipper Spirit auditions from last summer. I went with Lauren, and again, obviously, like, it's a different crew, it's a different style. Like, Clipper Spirit dance, the Clipper Spirit team has more of a jazz funk focus. The Sparks dance crew is a more hip hop focus, which is kind of more aligned with me. But again, like, that was my first audition for a professional basketball spirit team thing. So like, I kind of like correlated the two, and so I started like crashing out in the car. We were in the car, me, Emroy, and Lauren. We were in Emroy's car. You know, they were like talking to each other, like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I feel okay, I feel good about it, I have no expectations. And then when they got to me, they were like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I am anxious, because then it was bringing up the same feelings that I had at the Clipper Spirit auditions, which was anxiety and just feeling like I didn't belong there and that I wasn't good enough to begin with. Like, why am I even there? Why am I wasting these people's time? Why am I wasting my own time? Just auditioning for something that I had no business being in. Like, you know how some people audition and they have like a real shot? I did not think I was one of those people, especially during the Clipper Spirit auditions, because the first I'm gonna get into the Clipper Spirit auditions a little bit because I never talked about it here. The Clipper Spirit auditions, the first move of the combo starts with a double, I guess, pirouette. So that's a turn. It's a turn on one leg, and I have to do it twice, and consecutively. I can't just turn once, fall out of it, and then turn next time. Like, no, it's 1, 2, and I can't even pull a clean single off at that point. Even now, I can barely pull off a clean enough single that could maybe be passable. But yeah, immediately I was like, okay, it's the way that they were doing it is they started the combo off, the first combo for the first part of the audition day, with something so difficult so they can weed out those who will not be able to do most of the choreo, because most of the choreo is going to have turns and like a lot of like very jazz funk, jazz heavy. So they want people that can do that. They want people that can pull that off. So like, maybe some of their jazz funk will lean hip hop a little sometimes, and that's only sometimes. But they need people that can do the technique first. So, because the rest of it is very performance based, and it is still a spirit team. It is still quote unquote a cheer team. So still gotta be clean, can't be too swaggy and like be different. So yeah, that's why I got cut from the Clipper Spirit auditions. The auditions went, we're gonna go across the floor, across the freaking basketball court, across the floor, do the combo. If you have big steps, that's probably like one or 2 times. If you have little steps, maybe 3 times. I probably would have gone 3 times, but no, I started doing the combo the first time, and then I kind of fell out of it. I mean, I finished the combo the first time, and then I was about to go to the second one, and the person that was like, you know, looking at the people like going by doing the across the floors, she just like literally looked at me and said, thank you, because they will guide you to the left or to the right, whether or not they want to take you. One side, they say, thank you, you go now. The other side is, please join us for the next round. So I got the thank you. And what was actually more discouraging was that I watched Lauren, in my opinion, kill the fucking combo. And then she got the thank you. I was like, okay, if the person that I aspire to be as strong of a dancer is just got the thank you, like, why would I not get the thank you? So I already knew I was getting the thank you. Like, from the first 8 count, I knew I was getting the thank you, but just seeing that was even more discouraging because I'm like, what? Why? And then I thought about just leaving, because it was mostly a cattle call. No one was really paying attention to anyone. Like, the only people they're paying attention to are the ones doing the across the floors. So I saw a girl just pick up her stuff and leave. She didn't even get in line. She was just like, fuck this, I'm out. I almost did that. As soon as Lauren got cut, I was like, I might need to just go. But I was like, I'm already here. Like, I know the result already. So I might as well just do it. And because I already know the result, I'm not going to be disappointed. No, I cried. I heavily cried because that was my first cattle call audition. And, you know, I'm a big Clippers fan. I always have been. And getting to be part of Clipper Spirit would have been another dream come true. Because I get to dance and watch Clipper games. Hello? And then just be part of that whole organization. Hello? Yeah. So those feelings were getting brought up. Like, I was like, I do not belong here. Why am I here? Why am I bothering? Like, why? Like, it didn't even register with me that it is a different style. This is more hip hop. I was told about it. Their style is more hip hop. Like, it didn't register with me because I was too busy being in my own head about it. And I know Lauren and Emma kind of like try to talk me down, but at the same time, it's like, you know, there's not much they can do. They got to worry about their own shit too. Like, they're trying to make it into the team too. So, yeah. And yeah, it was like so yeah. We get there, we register, we do the whole thing, we wait for a bit, we warm up, we learn the first combo. And oh wait, no, before we do the first combo, we did some freestyle across the floors. And I think that was to just get us even more warm, get us more into like a dancing move. And also they want to be able to see kind of like big picture, like what can these people do? Because every single time for freestyles, they're like, show us who you are in this freestyle, regardless of what this song is. So they want to see what kind of people they're working there, what kind of crop of talent is in their room tonight. And the people that were there were some of them were those looking to return to the team, because they made it very clear from the very start that returners' spots are not guaranteed. So basically, there's, you know, they may have been on the team last year, they may not be on the team this season. And that, you know, like, I feel like if that was me, I would have been a little intimidated, because like knowing the amount of talent that flows into LA every year, every month, every day, like, you know, some bitch could take my spot, what used to be my spot. So yeah. Well, I don't think they're thinking, I don't think they thought, they were like, oh, this bitch. But yeah. Yeah, it was when we were learning the combo, I was so scared. I was scared to ask questions, but also I was scared to I was just afraid, because it was taught to us fast, and they said, we don't expect you to know everything, we don't expect you to just have the combo down each and every run, because we just taught it to you. But yes, they kind of were, because like you know, that's the point. Like, you need to be able to pick it up and retain it and perform the bejesus out of it. And I think what they did focus more on, especially for that first one, would be facials, because technically, yes, the combo is pretty simple. It's very, like, very party swaggy, like hip hop, old school. Like, it was to an MC Hammer song. So that was the vibe that they were going for. And so because it was that, you needed to perform the crap out of that. And I guess they and then after that they made some cuts, and apparently I made it to like the second and a half round. But by that time we were so hungry, we were like, we were already thinking like, we're not gonna make it, whatever, it's fine. Like, we're already planning like the following day for ourselves. Like, Emma and I were planning the rest of the night for us, because that was supposed to be like our date night, like after. Excuse me. And then we were like, we're gonna go get waffles, we're gonna have brunch, we're gonna do this. And then, our numbers get called, and then we're like, all right, well, welcome to round 2 for today. We're like, there's a round 2 for today. So yeah, it went unexpectedly a lot longer. Well, not unexpectedly, because Lauren did the audition like 2 years prior, and she did say it took forever. And I mean, I did not expect to get that far. I mean, even if I didn't get that far, I rode in with Emery, Lauren, and Brandon, so I would still be waiting anyway, and hungry and wanting waffles. But then again, there was a Fat Burger down the street. I could have gone a Fat Burger. Yeah, so I learned the second routine way faster. It was definitely like, even like the mix itself was very like, I'm like, oh yeah, I can hear this. I would hear this at a game, like, halftime, or like during timeouts. Like, I would be able to hear this mix at a game. And it was fast. It wasn't super intricate, but it was fast. And again, they wanted us to focus more on facials. They wanted us to perform the fuck out of it. And yeah, so they broke us up into groups, like in the first round. And we got into our groups. They did the guys first. They separated the guys, had them do their groups first, and then had the girls, because there were more girls, had the girls and the female presenting peoples go in, and in their groups do the piece and then freestyle. They did the same thing for the first one, for the MC Hammer one. And then so yeah, we were in our groups, and so I was in the same group as Lauren, because we all called them, we went in order, and obviously Lauren and I were in the same group because we kind of came together, so our numbers were very, very close to each other. Yeah, we did the piece, and then they did some, and then they had us wait again in another room. They were like, okay, cool, it's almost over. And then they did some more callbacks. They called some more people back. They called some guys back. They called some girls back. I didn't get a call back. Lauren got called back like 2 times. And I was like, oh God. They had some people like stay. Like, in our group, they were like mine and Lauren's group. They were like, okay, these numbers can go now. These ones stay. So I'm like, oh shit, they want to see more from them. Okay, cool. Like, they don't want to see any more from me. I'm done. I choked. I think I felt like I choked. And then, so we were in that other studio. Lauren comes back, and then we were all just sitting there waiting, because we're not allowed to leave. We are literally not allowed to leave until they tell us like, hey, go home, or we'll see you tomorrow, for final round. And we were actually speculating that they were like, oh, everything's just gonna be today. Like, they were like, fuck tomorrow. But no, there was a tomorrow. And yeah, and then my number gets called for a callback, and someone else who got a callback was like, what they were told from the judges was like, the reason that you're here could either be really good or really bad. It is what it is. So just do your best this round. Show us everything you got. So they kind of said the same thing when in my callback group, and I was already nervous. I was cold. already, like my muscles were already cold because I have, I've just been waiting and not expecting to be called back in. And, some of the other girls in my group too. And literally, like, I was kind of joking. I was like, yo, I think I forgot the combo. I'm pretty sure I manifested that because, oof, like, music comes on. So the music comes on and it goes, the music comes on, right? And then we're supposed to do 1, 2. 1, 2 would be a walk. And then we go into the rest of the choreo. Like 2 steps. The walk is 2 steps. I went walk, walk. Whoa, my God. Like, I actually did forget the first 2 counts of the combo. The first 3, 4 counts of the combo. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. At this point, I was just like, you know what? I should not be beating myself up for this. Like, I made it this far. This is further than I've ever gone. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck the choreo. It's cool. And then they started calling in more numbers. Like a little, like sometime after, like towards the end of the day. And they started calling numbers. And then my number gets called. Because like they were calling them in like some weird order. So like, Lauren's number gets called. Noelle's number got called. Brandon's number got called. Whatever. We were like, all right, cool. Expected. And then I was just like, whatever, it's fine. I was ready to take my number off, and then I heard my number. They're like, 26. I was like, excuse me? Like, Emery looked at me like, I was like, what? Emery's number didn't get called. Odd. So we went in. So it was just the girls and Brandon that got called in. And, yeah. We were like, yeah, so tomorrow, here's what's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Like, in terms of outfits, this was cute, but, like, I need y'all to look like it's performance day. Wear the brand colors. So brand colors, obviously, because I did say it's a sister team for the LA Lakers, it is the purple and gold, purple and yellow. I already did that. I wore yellow under like my black like mesh top, and I wore purple lipstick. I was like, whatever. I didn't think I was gonna get a tomorrow, so I was like, oh crap. Well, now I gotta figure something out. Even Brandon was like, I don't have anything. I don't have those colors. And yeah, yeah, it was bizarre to just even stand in a room full of people that made it to the final round of something. You know what I mean? Like, I still was just like, it's one of those, I don't belong here, but like questioning, like, why am I still here? Like, how am I still in the running to be an America's Next Top Model? No. Like, why, like, how is this happening? Huh? Huh? Yeah, it was odd. And then, we got to line up and, kind of secure spots for slots for the interview. 'Cause the first part of the final round was the interview portion. It's not that long, but interview portion. So we needed like time slots. So they needed to like be able to schedule out people. And so, me, Lauren, and Brandon tried to like stand close to each other so we can have like, time slots that are close to each other, because we were just gonna carpool again anyway. Where the audition was, parking was we kind of had the idea that parking was gonna be scarce or paid, so we didn't want to do that. And yeah, so we got our time slots, and then there were lines on either side of the time slot line to get feedback from the 2 choreographers. And yeah, so basically the notes from both of them were really sit with the choreo, which made sense. One of them said that like I got the call back because they were fighting to get me in there, to like fight me to get me to stay, because they were like, I see you. I see your swag. I see it when you're on. I see it when you're confident. Just stay in it. Like, even if you mess up, just stay in it. Freestyle the fuck out of it. Like, just give us you every single time. Like, don't let it show that you fucked up, which is performance 101. Don't fuck up, but if you do, don't let it show, but don't fuck up. Yeah, that was kind of mostly the note that I was given. And yeah, I mean, the whole, know the choreo better note was a given, but just hearing that there was something there, that to the point that like someone was like, no. Let's see this girl one more time. Let's see this girl. Let's see this bitch one more time. Like, one more time. Let me show you. And then just hoping against hope that I'll pull something out of my ass. Because I was also hoping I could pull something out of my ass. Yeah. So we get to day 2. And, I mean, I was already so tired. So like Emma and I are supposed to have like date night. We didn't go anywhere. And then normally, and it's the weekend, it happened on a weekend. And weekends we normally kind of eat like shit because, we're doing the 80-20 rule, like 80%-ish of the week we eat as clean as possible. I cook as clean as possible during the week. Make sure we're kind of really focusing on the healthy stuff and like getting our protein, getting our fiber, still getting our carbs, but not, all of it. And like a reasonable amount of carbs, because we still need carbs to live. But yeah, and then we take Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday. Like, we try to taper it off by Sunday. Sunday we try to chill out a little, to just kind of eat like shit. Like, today we went to fucking Jollibee, and then I ordered Panda Express for dinner, and they had a deal where you can get the bigger plate where you get 3 meats or whatever, 3 proteins with your side. I'm like, what? Instead of 2. So that's what I did. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we were supposed to eat like shit. Like, the plan was do the audition, not make the team. He was already like, even if I do, I won't. But like, the plan was do the audition, not make the team, not make the final round, and then just hang and like eat with Brandon, Lauren, and then go home, do our thing, hang out, and like eat pizza, like eat like shit. Okay, I'm not saying pizza is shit, and I'm not saying pizza is bad, but we go hard when it comes to pizza. I go hard when it comes to pizza. And yeah, that was the original plan, but at that point I can't now because I have to not be bloated or hate my body. Like, bloated, like hate my body in a sense that I could see my fucking bloated gut, or just have a stomach ache the entire time, or no amount of famotidine can like fight that, like the acid reflux. Like, during an audition where I still have to be in tip-top shape and like really impress the heck out of these people. And also Brandon, Lauren, Noelle, and like the rest of Temper Tantrum, like 13 of them went out that night. And then Brandon and Lauren also made Noelle. I'm like, oh my God, how did you do that? How I was dying. Like, Emma and I we were supposed to eat like shit and play video games and then just chill or like go somewhere or whatever. I was just like, let's just stay here, play a lot of video games, and then until I get hungry. And then we just went to In-N-Out. In-N-Out's reasonable. Okay. In-N-Out is reasonable enough. Like, it's filling enough. It's a burger, so it's protein. And it's like, out of all the burger places, mostly that are affordable, it's kind of cleaner than the rest of them. So yeah, went to In-N-Out, and then we were gonna play more games, but I was just like, I just want to lay down. So I just laid down, and until like we were both just falling asleep at that point. So we just went to bed. It was a very lazy date night. Like, I'm okay with that. Because on the following morning, I had to get up, put a face back on. Lauren was coming to pick me up, and Laura's coming to pick me up because we were going to drive to Brandon's to, again, carpool together to the audition. And, yeah, it was barely setting in with me as I was getting ready. It was fully setting in with me when we got to Brandon's. I was like, oh my God, this is the final round of an audition and I'm here. Why? Like, just why? I was like, just clouds and clouds of question marks just in my head. I was like, I have no idea why I'm here. I'm like, is this a mistake? I was like, no, like they had my application form with my picture in the back. That's me. Number 26, that's me. They called number 26. That was not a mistake. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So yeah. So we get there, we do our interviews, and heading over to Brandon's and then to the audition, we were like, what are the interviews gonna be about? Because like Lauren forgot. And also it could have changed. But we were like, oh my God, are they gonna quiz us about the LA Sparks? Which is fine, because I learned a little something about the LA Sparks. I at least know that. I'm like, oh, they did quiz me on WNBA knowledge? Say fucking less. I don't know everything. I will not pretend to know everything. But judging from everyone else there, I might know a little bit more. Because I might be the only person there who actually might be like a literal fan of the sport. Like, I've seen, like, some of them may be Sparks fans, but like, you can be a fan of a team and not know that much about the sport, or like never played the sport, never touched paraphernalia of the sport or whatever. Like, you can just be a fan of it. I like soccer, I like football, but never played soccer in my whole life. So, but anyway, yeah. So I was like, oh, sure, I have some knowledge about the Sparks organization and its history, because it's a very young organization. WNBA is a very young league compared to the NBA. So I was like, okay, I got that part. But obviously, I was like, why would they quiz us about our knowledge of basketball when we're a dance team? They're not gonna be like, oh my God, was that what do you call this? Is that a foul? Who the fuck is Lisa Leslie? Who's Candace Parker? Like, like that's not what the interview was. The interview was, tell us who you are, tell us your name, your dance background, and why you want to join this team. And I pretty much had some bullet points in my head already. I went second, and because they went down a line, and we started with Noelle. Well, we were in the same group together. We started with Noelle. So as she was talking, I was just trying to like formulate bullet points. I wasn't trying to formulate a whole speech because I know I was going to fumble that. But I had some bullet points in my head that I really wanted to touch on, which was, I'm coming back from retirement, excited to get back in the game. But also, in between that, I had cheer background from high school, that I've been dancing since I was very young. I technically had the privilege of being in dance lessons since I was 3, but due to health reasons, I had to get pulled out and kind of self-taught myself through MTV up until I was 12. And then by 12, I begged to be in dance classes. Again, after my health has been okay, my asthma. And then, then from there, just high school, and then my 15-year gap because I had to choose a real job versus dancing. And so the marketing lady was, the marketing director was there. So I was like, okay, maybe if I don't get in the team, I can weasel my way into a job in the marketing team. So I forgot to mention that I was like, because I had this other bullet point in my head that was like, I wanted to, it's true, it's not like I made this shit up. Like, I wanted to, yes, stay, like, if I were to pick a real job, it wasn't going to be nursing. I was going to go back to doing business. But instead of accounting, which was my original plan, I was going to do marketing because it still allowed me to be creative. Like, I wasn't dancing or anything, but it allowed me to be creative. And lo and behold, it led me to be dance adjacent, at least, because I managed first client account I managed after working for Vision Paradox, after starting with Vision Paradox, was a dance company, not Temper Tantrum, but a different dance company. And then, you know, my work with the Y, and I was always at like the performing arts like recitals, and I was always there taking photos. It was mostly dance class kids, so there's that. And then yeah, now managing, you know, social media for a dance company that I am now a part of, which I did that before I became a part of the team, Temper Tantrum. And yeah, so I hit every bullet point, but the marketing thing and the cheer thing, I forgot about that. So, you know, my interview, I said, "Hi, I'm Max. I started dancing when I was very young. And I sadly had to take a 15-year gap from dancing because I had to choose between a career, a real job, or dance, because I led myself to believe that I can't have both, or that dance cannot be a job. And yeah, and now that I'm here, I'm back, ready to get back in the game. I'm out of retirement, and I have always loved women's basketball. I've always admired these athletes. Like, I grew up idolizing, besides like the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants and the Grant Hills, I grew up idolizing Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, and it would be a dream come true to like merge the two loves of my life, which would be Sparks basketball and dance. So that would be a dream come true. In terms of reactions, I don't know if they liked it. I don't know if that was good. I don't know if they actually liked it, but yeah. Marketing director smiled, so that was great. Yeah, I know her name now, so I'm gonna find her and try to get a job. Because I still want to work for the Sparks. But yeah, and so yeah, after the interviews, we were waiting a while, and we get back in the studio, and we were told that, you know, the thing that we're doing is that we are adding on to the second routine that we learned from the day before, and we are adding on, and also we're breaking up into groups that they predetermined themselves, and we got to work together to do the choreo for that. And then not just that, and also the first one that we learned. So it's 2 routines within the span of like 15 to 20 minutes, which we've kind of done, which is a thing that we did for Temper Tantrum. Honestly, we broke the auditionees up into groups, and it's just one combo though, and then it's, you know, they have to add like an 8 count or 2 of their own choreo as a group that they come up with, and then they come up with their own transitions, formations, and level changes and all that, and dynamics for the rest of the for everything else. And so we had to do that. We didn't have to like add on like more choreo, but it's 2 routines, it's 2 pieces with and then we have to do like transitions, dynamics, and we have to, you know, we're like incorporate levels and all that. So I was scared because I don't know these people. Like, obviously they kind of observed that, like, You know, some people kind of gravitates towards certain people. So they're like, oh, let's not put these people together. And like, you know, they've seen me, Noelle and Brandon, Noelle, Lauren, and Brandon, kind of like clump up together and whatever. They're like, okay, separate these hoes. Because honestly, if you put all of us in a group, we would kill it. Because we've danced together for a while now, especially Lauren, Brandon, and Noelle. They have danced together longer than I have danced with any of them. They've danced longer than I have danced, period. And, yeah. So we get grouped in with these people, and obviously they want to know if you can work with a team. And, so I was definitely the quiet one on my team. It's because I didn't have any ideas for transitions or anything. Like, if I had any, they would be too simple and kind of stupid. And there I am saying no for other people again. And, yeah. Because I think my focus was still on me just getting the choreo. Because I was not. And, some people in my group noticed that. But instead of like, oh my God, you don't have the choreo, like, they corrected me. They were like, no, it's not like that. It's this. It is this. This. Not this. It's this. I'm still not doing it right, but whatever. Yeah, they corrected me. But at the same time, they were just like, okay, like, we want you to succeed, but at the same time, like, we got to worry about ourselves too, you know? So it's not really like competition, but also like, they're not trying to eliminate me. They're just trying to like make sure they get in. So it's like, I mean, she's in our group. We got to look good. You know, that's part of it. But at the same time, like, if she's not getting choreo, she's not getting the choreo. And I'm like, I didn't want to be like, just give up on me. It's fine. I kept working on it. I kept trying. They kept encouraging me. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, we know. This is what we got. We only had this much time. Other people saw it and they were like, you guys have a diagonal? You guys have a ripple? Y'all are brave. I was like, oh, wait, you like the ripple? Because the ripple was my idea. Yeah, no, because, yeah, the ripple was my idea. That was my only idea. And I'm pretty proud of that idea. Instead of like, because we were in a diagonal and trying to like come out of the diagonal like while freestyling, or like be in a diagonal while freestyling. If we were in a straight line freestyling, that would have been fine. But because we were in a diagonal, which is already potentially messy because we only had 15 to 20 minutes to work on it. And also, I suck at locking myself in diagonals. At least doing a ripple where we're kind of doing the same thing, and like we're able to just kind of angle ourselves that way, like kind of makes that diagonal look a little cleaner, like the illusion of it being a little better. So I decided on a ripple, just so we're doing the exact same thing, kind of. And yeah. Yeah, so I people had ideas, like, for sure. At least in my group, like, we were pretty chill. Like, nobody, like, immediately tried to assume leadership. It was one of those, like, what do you think? What do you think? Like, I also just said, I'm like, okay, we only have this much time. We should just focus on hitting, like, big pictures. Like, hit the picture every time we transition from one, like, formation to another. Every time we transition, like, hit the picture, hit the levels. For sure. We don't have to be doing anything too intricate, because if we do, we're going to lose the choreo. We're going to forget things. And we don't have that much time. Like, we'll save the intricate stuff for when we make the team. But yeah, it was intense. I was very nervous. I was very much out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone also includes the people that I worked with. I have not worked with any of these people, so I'm just like, oh my God. But they're nice. At least my group was chill. Brandon had some words about some people on his team. So did Lauren. I'm not going to say what those words are. They weren't on my team. That's not my story. You know where that story is going to be on? Probably Temper Tantrum Patreon. Soon. But, yeah. So we were the very last group too, so I was just nervous as hell. We went, and then you were like, oh God, we're done. They're going to do callbacks, and then they're going to deliberate. So many callbacks. Like they deliberated for a while and then assembled the people that they wanted to see again. They called people back over and over. Some people went back like a couple times already, and I'm like, oh God. I'm like sitting there already like, you know what? Like, because everyone else that didn't get a callback was either a for sure yes or a for sure no. In my head, I thought I choked. So I already was like, I'm a for sure no. I don't even care. They don't want to see anything else from me. That's fine. Brandon, like, none of us got like a callback. So we were all like, whatever, we're not going to make it. Yeah. So I'm just going to tell my side of things. I did not make the team. For sure. I was a for sure no. Eventually, so we were there at like 9:45. At 5:30, they finally told us people that didn't make the team that like, unfortunately, this is not the season for you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for showing out. We would love to see you next year, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, 5:30. 5:30. We worked a whole shift. We worked a whole work shift on a Sunday. And then after that we were like, we're so hungry. We went to In-N-Out, and then we ate for a bit. Like, we just inhaled our food and then just yapped to debrief on the whole thing. And then we went home. Like, I didn't get home till like 7:30 or something like that. 8 maybe. It was a long day. I was very tired. I woke up very sore Monday morning. It got worse on Tuesday. I didn't even work out on Tuesday. I went to the hot tub and the sauna just to try to recover. And then Wednesday, today's Friday, Wednesday, I went light. Like, I went light. Thursday was supposed to be another heavy day for me. I did not go heavy at all. Like, I was just so done. Like, my back was hurting. Like, my back was hurting. Like, the muscles on my back were just not having it. And it hurt to roll around, to like turn over in bed. Like, I would wake up and be like, eh. And then I was like, oh God, are you okay? Yeah, that was not a good time. Feeling a little better. Body's feeling a little better. Went to the gym today and then went a little hard. Went a little heavier. It was supposed to be like a quick and easy like circuit for me just because it's Friday. No, I went heavy because I couldn't go heavy at all. And we're doing rest week next week. So, oof. Yeah. Yeah, it's it was a long day. But it really kind of was fucking with me a little bit because I still made it that far. I did not have the same reaction I did last summer with the Clipper Spirit audition, where I was just distraught and I didn't feel like I belonged there. Like, I was contemplating quitting dance. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, who the fuck do I think I am? And I think this was a really good, this was a big confidence boost for sure. Like, at least that there's an organization out there that is willing to even consider buying what I'm selling. Because yeah, again, Clipper Spirit versus Sparks Dance Crew, totally different organizations, totally different styles. And yes, for Clipper Spirit, it was definitely very much a skill issue in terms of technique, in terms of like the kind of dancer that they want. For Sparks Crew, I was pretty much kind of close enough to what they were looking for. They just needed a bit more. They just needed someone who can pick up the choreo. They just need someone who can perform the crap out of it. They just need someone who can just pull something out of their ass. Just because it's part of the game. It's all part of like being on that team. Like sometimes, you know, someone gets sick and can't make it to the game, and you're like, well, fuck, I gotta learn their part now, or, you know, come up with like 2 weight counts of something because they were supposed to freestyle here. Now I gotta freestyle or something. Like it's one of those things. Like it's still volatile just because it's team, just because it's supposed to be clean. There's still things that like are bound to happen that are unplanned, like with anything. So there's a lot of like adjustment that needs to happen, and they need dancers who can do that. And that's not me, not yet. And I'm very willing to admit that I know that for sure. I would panic, and they'd be like, hey, come up with 2 8 counts real quick. The game starts in an hour. I'm like, I quit. Yeah. So yeah, very proud of myself, which is something that I actually don't say at all. I am very proud of myself for making it that far. I am proud of myself for even recognizing that someone recognized something that's good with me dance-wise. Like, you know, even like Brandon was like, dude, I'm so fucking proud of you. Like, you know, you first joined Temper Tantrum, you're like, oh, you know, I'm just here to actually just help out, but whatever, I guess I'll dance. Like, I'm just here, like, I'm not even good, whatever. And then here I am making, like, you know, final rounds of fucking Sparks Crew audition. And yeah, that was I think I was too tired to be emotional about it, but it felt really good. It felt kind of vindicating a little, like just to prove to the other half of myself that's like, no, you kind of suck, to be like, hey, I kind of suck somewhere else, but I didn't suck there. Okay, shut up. Yeah, it was nice to kind of silence that voice for at least like a day and be like, no, someone's buying, like someone is considering to buy what I'm selling. I just needed to upsell. I just needed to sell a little better, which I didn't, obviously, but now I know. There's next year. There's other crews probably. I don't know if I want to do Clipper Spirit again. I don't know if I'm there yet. Now that I know what I need to be, I don't know if I'm still there. I still don't know if I'm there. So, yeah. Video's about to die, so I guess I'll leave it here. Lesson learned. You never fucking know. Just do it. Just do the thing. The thing that I said I was going to live by. Do the thing. I have said it every single time someone asks me about, like, what's the lesson? The lesson is do the thing. Just do it. Do the thing. What's the worst? The worst that can happen is they say no. The worst that you can probably get is a no. And you can always turn a no into a yes. Sometimes. Depends on what it is. It's just a matter of being better. Getting better. Doing the work to get better. But just do the thing. Even that, getting better. Do the thing. Do the training. Do the practice. Take the class. Do the thing. All right. I'll see you. Goodbye.